Hey there guys, gals, and non-binary pals, GM Potter here. Welcome to my channel where I discuss books and bookish things, as well as writing and the writing process. If you've been anywhere on the internet recently, you know that the nonprofit's 501c3 organization, NaNoWriMo, short for National Novel Writing Month, has come under fire for a lot of reasons. And if you read the title or looked at the thumbnail, I think you know where I stand. Let's get into it. So, National Novel Writing Month. I'm going to do a quick rundown of it. This is nowhere near in depth. This isn't everything. And of course, for legal reasons, everything I'm saying is either my own opinion or alleged, because I need to use protective language here. So, allegedly, a while back, there was talk of grooming in the... Backing up. So, NaNoWriMo, the organization, has come under fire for abuses of power as well as favoring AI writing tools to do the work for you. Which, this is very disheartening. This is it hurts. Something that I feel like I can't help but feel betrayed in a way. That, yes, I know it's an organization, it's a corporation, all the rest of this, but I still feel like I trusted them with my writing heart and soul in a way. And it's incredibly frustrating and hurtful and just, I am at a loss for words in a major way. I will not be going into major details of the NaNoWriMo circus that is going on. If you want a full in-depth reporting on that, I highly recommend Savvy Writes Books. She did a deep dive on it. She interviewed people who worked for NaNoWriMo, who volunteered for NaNoWriMo, who were involved in NaNoWriMo. I'll try to link her up above. If I can't link her up above, I'll have her link down below, or both. Absolutely amazing video if you want the full details. Suffice it to say, using protective language, allegedly there was talk that there was a groomer in the midst of a region, that one of the facilitators was grooming young children who were participating in NaNoWriMo. And when I say that, this is alleged, this is my own opinion based on facts that have been presented. And I feel, it is my opinion, that NaNoWriMo did not react quickly enough or severely enough in this case. This is very serious. This is something I feel very seriously about. If you are an adult and you work with children, if you are around children, you have a sense of obligation, duty, and power. And if you abuse that, hi kitty, if you abuse that, you are a horrible human being. That is my opinion. If you find out who these people are, please don't send hate to them. Don't feed the trolls. And then last year, between last year and this year, NaNoWriMo has come out on behalf of supporting AI writing tools. If you're not familiar or aware of how AI works, a very, very simplified explanation is that you have a computer program that you seed with, in this case, documents, stories, and then it spits out something following a pattern that it detects. And then NaNoWriMo is encouraging you to put your name on that, which you didn't write it, so it's plagiarism, is the short answer. The long answer is, using these AI programs, it's come out that allegedly NaNoWriMo, anyone who's been using them as a platform to store their work or submitting their work on NaNoWriMo, their work may have been used to seed AI programs that were also this AI program was also a major sponsor of NaNoWriMo. So there's a huge conflict of interest there. So NaNoWriMo was using people's stories to seed programs that steal from people's stories so that someone else can put their name on a story that they didn't write. Now, I don't know about all of y'all, but I've passed 6th grade English. That's when I first learned about plagiarism, is 6th grade English. We had a kid in our class who copied someone else's paper, and so our teacher turned it into this big lesson. Maybe it was a different grade for you, maybe it was college, maybe it was 3rd grade, maybe it was high school, I don't know. But for me, that was 6th grade. That was a lesson that my 6th grade English teacher taught us. That if you didn't write it, and you don't attribute it to the person who did write it, and do your due diligence to find the person who wrote it, you can't just put a quote and put unknown. You have to do your due diligence to find out who did. But if you didn't write it, and you don't acknowledge who wrote it, you can't put your name on it and say you did. That's wrong. That's cheating. That's plagiarizing. That's bad. That is morally bankrupt, in my opinion. So, with that being said, I will not be participating in NaNoWriMo this year, or next year, or any other year, ever again. Which this hurts me to say, in a way, because I'm a NaNoWriMo winner. One of my books that I published was a NaNoWriMo. That was Harmony Coxcomb, Witch for Hire. I wrote during NaNoWriMo. I wrote Super during NaNoWriMo. I don't think I finished Super during NaNoWriMo, but I finished Harmony Coxcomb. My zero draft of it. 60,000 words, almost. In 30 days. That's impressive. And I did it. I actually wrote it down. All of it. I didn't do any pre-writing. I wasn't a nano rebel, which is where you start writing the day before and you count it toward. I didn't do any of that because that felt like cheating. But I won NaNoWriMo. I had my printout certificate on my bulletin board here, just off camera, for the longest time. I've taken that down. I've changed my banners on my author Facebook website and other places where I had that. I've taken it down. Like, it's still in the camera roll on there, but it's not my featured picture anymore for obvious reasons. You may have seen in the bump for this video, I took down my picture that hangs literally right there. Like, here's my door of my office. I'm facing my door so that people can't sneak up behind me and make me scream while I'm doing things. And in the hallway, where I can see it, was the poster for NaNoWriMo. Is the thing that I put up there in its place gonna stay? I don't know yet. We'll see. But I couldn't stand to look at it anymore. I'll keep the frame, because I bought the frame. The frame's nice. But I will be putting literally anything else up instead. Other organizations, other companies have decided that they want to come in and fill the gap. Let me navigate over to my email. StoryForge, which was promoted on Savvy Writes Books' channel. It had a Kickstarter that didn't quite fund, is having their own 30K in 30 days thing that you sign up for an account and then you write 30,000 words in November, building your writing habit and having fun with the community on there. I've played around with the StoryForge a little bit. I have an account on it. I don't think I'll be doing that because 30K in 30 days it just isn't enough for me. Like, that's I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but for me that's too easy. That's too easy. 30K in 30 days? That's only 1,000 words a day. Like, I did some writing before I started filming while I was waiting for my ring light, which is now dying, to charge, and I already did 607 words while I was listening to a YouTube video just for background noise and just typing. Like, I was just typing. I wasn't even, like, world building and dialoguing. I was just, like, filling in blanks in the chapter that I had already written. Very smooth, cat. This is why there's chaos behind me always. It's not all my doing. Some of it is his doing. This is Malcolm. He's my big furry boy. He likes to snuggle, but he won't snuggle on camera, sadly. Anyway, where was I? There's other ones that are like a 50K in 30 days, and I'm like, I'm going to challenge myself. I deleted my NaNoWriMo profile. Like, that's gone. It's deleted. I never uploaded any of my stories to it, and I'm very glad that I didn't. But it's gone now. Gone. And I will be using a spreadsheet. I can walk you through how I set up my spreadsheet. It's very simple. It has the date in one column, and then total word count, and then just very simple math difference, the number of words that I wrote today, and then percentage, well, not percentage, decimal point, because I hate the formula for percentages on Google Docs, Google Sheets, which as I get closer to the number 1, which is 100%, how close I am to my writing goal. So I'm going to be doing 60K in 30 days for the month of November. 60K in 30 days. We will see how that goes. I have high hopes. I will not be starting a story from scratch because I have one that I've been tinkering with and working on. It's actually my NaNoWriMo project from 2020. I was reading over it, and I hated everything but the premise. Because this isn't an adventure story, it's a romance. And this isn't a high fantasy Tolkien-esque setting. It's Victorian steampunk, obviously. So I'm reworking everything but the base premise and making the two characters now kiss each other, sort of, once. It's a very chaste romance. It's not going to be very spicy. Yes, Snurf. He's snurfing. He's sleeping already. And I'm just having fun tinkering and world building, and with that I've written out my first chapter and a half. I'm 1,710 words in as of filming this. I filmed this before November 1st. But yeah, that's where I'm at with NaNoWriMo. I never want it to darken my door ever again. So, how about y'all? Are you doing NaNoWriMo? Did you do Camp NaNoWriMo? I attempted, but I burned myself out too quick, and that was before I heard about the whole AI thing, and I feel a little sick with myself for even doing that. What are your thoughts on AI? The NaNoWriMo Foundation says that it's ableist not to allow people to do writing, and I think that with the arts, kind of the point of the arts is that not everyone can do it. Like, that's the point. Like you see paintings hanging in an art gallery, and you're like, oh, I could do that. Yeah, but did you? But did you? Like, books, even if they're not well written, well, I could write that. But did you? That's the thing, is having the heart and the gumption and the doitive enough stuff to yourself to go forward and do it is what makes you an artist, is the fact that you're willing to do it, that you're willing to persevere, that you're willing to put yourself out there. And yeah. What are your thoughts on NaNoWriMo? Are you feeling just as lost and confused and a little bit broken and used as I am? I would love to know if you're doing StoryForge, if you're doing your own thing. There's a couple other ones that are floating around. I'd love to know what you're doing in November, if you're doing anything, and come along. I'll keep you updated on my journey on Saturdays this month. See you in the next one. Bye.